It's a Main Street problem. It's a wealth on Main Street problem.
You've got a triple threat today. You've got Richard, you got Henry, three guys who are just trying to make sense of why absolutely everything is suddenly more patriotic when it costs 30%, 40%, 50%, 100% more.
Most owners don't see this relationship until it shows up in their cash flow or when they decide to do an external valuation. It's not a spreadsheet problem. It's someone's retirement plan melting in real time. If Parliament Hill or Capitol Hill policy can move your wealth and your fortune, you never really owned it.
It's going to be a hot one. We're talking tariffs, those magical little fees that somehow make your toaster, your truck, and your favorite brand of peanut butter all cost more. So we're going to break down what tariffs really mean. Henry's going to do a great job of steering that conversation and what it really means for the folks who actually work, buy, and build wealth on Main Street. Zero politics on this episode, no fluff, just facts, a lot of laughter, and maybe a few jabs at who's winning the trade war, the US, Canada, or customs officers. And so whether you're sipping Tim Hortons like Rich is, or you're sipping a Dunkin' Donuts cup of coffee, this episode is going to prove one thing. Common sense is definitely duty free. All right, guys, let's dive in.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really glad to be back, Jason and Richard, and thanks for having me. I just want to start this off by sharing with you a really quick headline that, of course, Jason, you opened with. And what I just wanted to share with that is, well, it's because of that anti-tariff ad by the Ontario government. And because every tariff headline, the one thing I just wanted to share is the way that I see it is actually specific to Canadians and US citizens. It's really who own businesses. It's a valuation headline. Now, it's not seen that way. So when Parliament Hill or Capitol Hill policies, what they do is their decisions that they make can move prices, it can move profits. And when those moves happen, they can have an impact to the value of your business as well as your family's wealth. So that moves with it too. It's just silent, and maybe you may not know of it. So today I kind of wanted to use this time to kind of make that connection for listeners. And most owners don't see this relationship until it shows up in their cash flow or when they decide to do an external valuation. It's really, and you guys have the perfect show for this, it's a Main Street problem. It's a wealth on Main Street problem.
Yeah.
And the real volatility to this fear is these policies create that volatility. And so if your business is on a public market, you can see those reactions on a public market. But everything that you're not seeing is actually impacting your business. And today we can dive into that because it lands on the small business owner first. Don't just hit imports. They hit confidence, they hit cash flows, they hit credit lines. So these are the things that we'll start to unpack today to kind of talk about the circumstances.
Okay, so you want to keep the wealth in the family. I get it. I hear you. Me too. That's why we wrote this book, Don't Spread the Wealth. Everyone tells you that you want to spread the money, spread the wealth around. No. You don't want to do that. You want to keep the money in the family with the people you love and care about where it belongs for as many generations as possible. That's what we talk about in this book. In this book, we have an incredible 15-page bonus you can download, which instructs you on how to start the conversation with your family on annual family banking meetings, how to host them, some sample exercises, and a sample agenda, tons of amazing, great benefits. Go ahead, get a copy right now. Head on over to Don't Spread Wealth. That's don'tspreadwealth.com. Don'tspreadwealth.com. You're going to love it.
I want to share my screen on just some of the ripple effects that happen when a policy announcement is initiated. So you can see that the tariff comes, and then the downstream implications as it relates to costs will go up. Your margins decline because the business owner is going to decide, should I transfer some of these price increases to my customers, but that there's going to be impacts related to that. Now, as it relates to the value of their business or a component of their wealth portfolio, there's an EBITDA erosion because from sales to costs and likely expenses that you're going through, your earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, that value is going to be impacted. And this value is a very common benchmark that is used to evaluate a business's valuation, which is also part of how, when you think about taxes and you want to think about tax and estate planning, this element is also a very important part to the valuation of what your business is worth. So that can result in value destruction. And then, that trickle effect ultimately gets pushed down to you, your wealth diminishment. So if I were to just use an example here where from a tariff, the revenue can decline after, let's say from that 10 million down to 8.5 million. So you're seeing a 15% erosion just from that. And most business owners are so in the business at times, and then they just see, oh my goodness, business is not, I'm not getting the volume, or I'm not getting my month by month is not actually really working. Something's happening. So you will start, doing things like increase marketing efforts, or however to try to go back to what you're scrambling to go back to that 10 million because you're not on track, right? Like you can feel it because you're just so in the business. But now if you see that reduction in your revenue, and that results in a trickle effect, and in this example here, the business owner's EBITDA went down from 2 million to 1 million. So that's halved. And in the valuation context now, what was normally a 12x multiple ends up becoming a 4.5x multiple. And a multiple is usually used in the reference of an industry and its setup related to how to value this business that's comparable against others. And that also reflects risk inside of this particular asset class that you are looking to transfer, either if it's to your family as well as to a third party. Either way, this is still a very valuable piece or component in your wealth portfolio. And it's not a spreadsheet problem. It's someone's retirement plan melting in real time. Most traditional wisdom that gets shared is always about the returns. And today we're going to talk about why having the right structure, the tools, has to exist before the storm and not after. Because if Parliament Hill or Capitol Hill policy can move your wealth and your fortune, you never really owned it.
Go ahead, watch the next episode, click down below, and make sure you click over here to subscribe to our channel.